What's going on, guys? This is Travis. Welcome back to another Trav Vlogs. Today we're diving into a new pair of boots that are very interesting, and a journey I've been on for a while now to find shoes or inserts that don't really hurt my feet. Lo and behold, we have found HOKA. So after a couple months, I'm now a dedicated HOKA fanboy. And we have some pretty unique boots here. Let's check them out. HOKA ONE ONE TenNines. TenNine spelled out. We have Gore-tex and Vibram sole. We are giving them a proper rain test. So I'm just jumping through these puddles. We got a big one coming up. Let's see what happens here. All right, we're just stomping through that. Go over here. Those are a couple of good stomps. So far, I've stomped through a couple good amount of puddles here. And that was a little nutty. That was a little close for comfort. But so far, these are working really good. I wonder if water got in there. I guess we shall see. So let's continue on the tour of lovely Venice. So look at this puddle. All right, should I go for it? All right, we're going for it. Oh boy, we are. Oh yeah, there we go. Yep, that is that ankle deep right there. Watching the test footage so far, I'm very impressed. Now we're gonna talk about the elephant in the room, if that's the saying. Now these boots come with this heel. HOKA is saying this is the Hubble heel technology, and it looks a little crazy. I'm actually starting to get really stoked on them, and they really help because I have some heel issues, the old plantar fasciitis, whatever it's called, and it's been a big pain in my ass for many years. And so far it seems that HOKA is my saving grace currently. The Bondi 7s I've tried, they have been great. Really the first shoes that really set it up as like these are the go-tos, the recovery sandals. The recovery sandals, they took a week or two, and then one day I realized, like, all right, these have pretty much fixed my feet. Tried inserts, tried power steps, tried some, off the counter Dr. Scholl's, etc. And a lot of pain, a lot of discomfort, a lot of time, money wasted, but so far it's looking pretty good. The Bondi 7s are great, and this is my first real trek out in these, and right now they are dominating it. My feet are not feeling wet. We're gonna go up on some sand. It's like I'm like a Jedi, just trekking around the sand, and it's just pretty amazing. This test so far is going great. They are a bit expensive. I'm not even gonna say the price because I'm embarrassed. But Jordan Belfort taught me, when you reach a certain pain threshold, like your pain is so intense you want out of your pain, you'll do anything. And so I'm doing anything to get out of that pain. The Hubble heel, a mixture of Jar Jar Binx, Kanye, and a snowboarder. So yeah, it's pretty fun. It's been raining for, I don't know, a week here in Los Angeles, which is good. And yeah, very happy to get some rain. We need it. Continue on. Let's go find some more puddles. Foot is fully in there. Oh yeah, there is some sensation going on. Sensation going on. Now my feet could be wet. They could be wet. All right, y'all, the real test with these is gonna see later when I take the shoes off how wet my feet are. They're doing great everywhere. Just right here on the top is the one area that seems to be letting water in. It's not horrible, but again, I'm going all the way in. These are pretty high tops. And I mean, for what it is, I'm feeling pretty dry. We're gonna have to do a check later. Feels like the top of my feet are the only things that are a little wet, just because this material on the top seems, you know, kind of breathable to me. So if that was leather too, we could have another story. We shall see. I mean, straight up off the bat, if you're walking around the snow or just like tapping your feet into water, like these are good to go. Now sloshing through a knee-high creek, I don't know, the verdict's still out on that, but this is the first time I've trekked around outside, and I again, for the price point, I'm in disbelief. I'm just charging around, basically getting them all dirty and stuff on their first wear, but they feel really good. Again, these are freaking awesome. I have them all tied up and like fairly tight. These are size 11s. My foot's a little wide. In the Bondi 7s, I have the Bondi 7s wide, and these are actually just as wide as those. I got the 11.5s as well to compare, and the 11.5s right away just felt off and didn't feel comfortable. Even though they felt like they fit maybe a little better, standing up, it was like, no, these are a no. So size 11s, they're good for wide feet. And again, I could tell my foot isn't wet. The top of my foot, there's something going on where maybe it's damp, but it also just might be the shoe is a little bit damp from the water, and my sock isn't actually wet. That'll be the big reveal at the end. So let's hike on back home and see. Back home, these guys have gotten their first proper tests. Look at that, all sandy, beat up. Now the moment of truth, and by the way, here are the sandals. So I put these on immediately. They feel great. It's funny because they do feel good, but the right foot feels great. The left foot was a little weird, and then on my other Hokas, the left foot feels perfect, and the right foot feels a little weird. So, you know, it's unfortunate that you got to pay to play to test. Hoka does have a really good return exchange policy. I don't want to take advantage of that too much, though. I've already talked to them a little bit. Their customer service, they're really great. I'm claiming they're the Apple of shoes, or the Yeti, as my pops would suggest. They're similar to what brand, the Yeti of shoes. But yeah, guys, look at this heel. Look at that. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, the moment of truth. Now, first off, feeling inside the shoe, the main parts, like the inside here and the bottom, dry, bone dry. The top, the one area I was concerned about, actually is pretty dry. I would say it's 1 out of 10 on the wet scale. It's like a 2 to 3. It feels like it's just damp, not even really wet. It's just a little damp, and it's pretty amazing. I mean, you saw from the footage, I was straight up walking through puddles. So, and the top of my foot, I mean, it's a 1 out of 10. Pretty dry. Foot's dry. When I got in here, my whole body was soaked, and my feet were the driest things on me. So, all right, we're gonna say test 1 was a pretty good success. Again, my right foot felt perfect. My whole, when I have issues, it's in my heel, right here, and that's because of the plantar, the devil disease, where right here on your heel gets very sore, because these tendons kind of, you have a higher arch usually, or you have a flat foot, and what happens is these tendons, they heal and they get stretched a little bit, and that tears, and you feel the pain right there. A lot of people that strike hard on their heel like me, this happens to. So it was interesting because in the right foot, the heel felt perfectly in there and the arch was holding my foot nice. The left foot, it felt like my heel was striking more. If you look at my Bondi 7s, my left foot feels perfect, and then my right foot has a little bit of the arch, kind of is a little tight. So, and these are wides, and these are just normal size, and you can kind of see here that these are pretty wide, the TenNines, for not being quote-unquote wide, and these are actually wides. These are both 11. So lately I've been spending all my money on Hokas. These sandals initially were my first introduction to Hoka. I wrote them off immediately because they look kind of like Paris Hilton. But then after a few days I realized these were gonna save my feet. So I'm giving them all a big shot. And yeah, I'm gonna say right away a 7 to an 8 out of 10. With the right foot, I would almost give a 9, 9.5. I mean, this is perfect. I don't know why both feet can't be great. That was my first time wearing these outside. I just went balls to the wall. So it looks like I won't be returning these. But again, if they do feel weird, I can talk to Hoka and make a deal. I can make a hot deal. So, all right. Well, thanks for tuning in to another Trav Vlogs. Till next time, peace.